Today we've made a slight design change. Welcome to That Little Crafting Place, where we make miniatures and more. Hello, thank you so much for stopping by. Well, as I was finishing the Inglenook hearth, I started looking at the stove area. As I was in the process of constructing the stove system, I decided I did not like the unfinished look of the kitchen. In preparing the cast iron stove and designing it, I did not like that there was no indication of a chimney. So I made the decision to search for designs for the inside stonework, which would have been an upgrade for the chimney as they moved forward in time from using the Inglenook hearth for all their cooking to a cast iron stove system. This would require a slight design change because I wanted there to be an indication of a chimney. Now, as this household would have moved forward in time, the stonework would change and the color of the stone would change. So once this paper mache has dried, I will get all of that stonework painted at the same time, but this stonework is going to be a slightly different color because it's going to be different stone from a different place from a different time. So we're going to see that slight change in the kitchen. On the floor in front of this chimney area, there will be a slate floor. I have to kind of cut out some of the flooring on the floor that's already made and put in a slate floor, which is not going to be a problem at all. I love the paper mache. I love working with it. And my goal when I first started this project is I wanted to make a house as much out of paper as possible. And I discovered that a large home like this or a large 1/12 scale build like this would be really difficult just out of cardboard. So it did have wood construction, but I'm going to do my best to make a lot of the ingredients inside the house as much out of paper mache as I possibly can. The piece of wood that you see me slipping in and out to get a proper shape is actually the back of the cast iron stove system. I want to make sure that that system could be freestanding, that it can be slipped in and out as easily as possible. The opening that you see on the wall actually is the fireplace opening to the library. I want to be able to get in there and make any necessary repairs or changes to the lighting, and that is why I need to have that cast iron stove system freestanding. Using 1 part glue to 1 part USG joint compound, I'm making that smear that I used on the inside of the outer doors, and that will take away some of the roughness and inconsistency in the stonework. The cleanup on the paint in the kitchen is not going to be an issue. The paper mache wipes away quite nicely. Here I'm preparing the area that leads to the throat of the chimney. I'm going to allow this 3 days to dry thoroughly, then I'm going to start coloring the stonework. In the meantime, I'm going to complete the construction on the cast iron stone system, as well as a few other small objects for the kitchen. I still have the sink and washing up area to complete, and that's going to be in the outer door, and that is going to be something that's going to be displayed in the next week or so. The kitchen area and the library area are two of the most difficult areas to complete, simply because the kitchen has all the stonework, and the library has not only the balcony railing, which I think I've got sorted out, it also has the spiral staircase that I need to fit in just right. The construction of the staircase and the components I'm going to use, as well as a few other places around the house, will give you an indication of the theme of the house. When I get to the area where I'm going to be completing the sink in the first outer door, that's where you're going to see the construction of the windows, because that is going to be my very first window installation. We're nearing the end of this phase of the kitchen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like and subscribe. I welcome your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. Please share That Little Crafting Place with your crafting friends. Have a most wonderful day, and we'll be back with the completion of the stonework in a few days.